Yes lads, it's Turi on Talk Footy, and in today's video, the international break has done one. Let's out. Goodbye. International break. It's gone. We are back. Premier League game week 9 predictions, and last game week for me, game week 8, was an absolute banger. I went up against my old Arsenal fellow, one of my best mates, Jamie, one of the heroes of the channel. I got double his score. I had an absolutely unbelievable week with 12 points. Jamie got 6. Takes me to 20 points ahead of the guest. I'm now on 56. The guests sit all the way at the bottom in 36 points. Can I increase my lead? This week I'm up against Pompey's finest, Tom, from 4-0 written all over it. He's a superb content creator, Portsmouth style content on the road to 7,000 subscribers. So go and subscribe to him. His link will be in the description. Speaking of subscribers, this is the first Premier League predictions after me hitting a big 1K. So thank you so much for that. But let's not be around the bush. Game number 1 is a 12:30 kickoff. Ahead of a blockbuster weekend in the Premier League, comes from St James's Park. Newcastle United, the Geordies, host Frank Lampard's Chelsea boys, and I'm going to go for lots and lots of goals in this one. A 2-2 draw. Chelsea will nick a late goal. Newcastle will feel hard done by. Kai Havertz will bag a cheeky goal for Chelsea. It's going to be a 2-2 draw.
First game, Newcastle against Chelsea. A lot of Chelsea players potentially could be tired from international break. I know we've had quite a lot of the Chelsea players play for England. So, with that in mind, it's an early Saturday kickoff. Newcastle are going to surprise people. Let's go for a 2-2 draw.
Next up, we go to Villa Park. Aston Villa have had a cracking start to the season. Host Brighton, who have played some very good football, however, have not been able to live that up with the result. Last time out, we all know what happened to Aston Villa. They came to the Emirates and they absolutely conquered. Brighton fell to a ball 0-0 draw at home to Burnley. I think this is going to be a very exciting game. Villa will scrape it. Brighton will get unlucky once again. It's going to be 2-1 to the Villa.
The only 3 o'clock kickoff is the Aston Villa-Brighton game. Aston Villa obviously beaten the champions already so far this season. Brighton haven't had the start they would have wanted. Let's go for a 2-1 Aston Villa win. Jack Grealish to get both of the goals for Villa.
Now, for me, arguably for you lot, the game of the weekend comes from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It is Tottenham against Manchester City. City need to pick up at least a point in this one, and I think they're going to do just that. Although Matt Doherty has suffered from the coronavirus, he is out, going to be replaced by Serge Aurier. Don't really know what to make of that one. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. It's going to be a very high quality game. Son Heung-min and Ferran Torres to bag the goal for Manchester City in a brilliant game. Tom, what are your thoughts on this one?
5:30 kickoff on Saturday sees Tottenham Hotspur welcome Manchester City to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Manchester City want to regain a little bit of form. They haven't had the best of starts to the Premier League season, have they? Losses to Leicester. I think Spurs could do it, actually. I think Spurs could do it. They're on a lovely little bit of form, aren't they? So I know you're gonna hate to say it, Aaron, but unfortunately I think Spurs are going to take the 3 points here. It's going to be a 2-0 Tottenham win. Man
United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on very thin ice at the moment. Host Slaven Bilic's West Brom. I'm going for a 3-2 United, very scrappy win. Carlton Grant and the West Brom boys will go 2-1 up, but United will still find a way to get a result. 3-2 to the Red Devils.
At 8 o'clock, Manchester United will kick off against West Bromwich Albion this game. Probably one of the only games of the weekend that I can be pretty sure that the home side are going to win. Manchester United will hopefully dominate West Bromwich Albion. Let's go for a 4-0 written all over it win. Why not?
Sunday's early kickoff is live on BBC Sport, which is class. Fulham versus Everton. Fulham are struggling big time. They got very unlucky at West Ham the other week in their most previous game. Everton, they lost 3-1 at home to Manchester United. That was an absolutely crushing defeat. I think they'll turn it around here. They'll come away with a very comfortable 2-0 away win at Craven Cottage.
Lunchtime kickoff on Sunday sees Fulham play Everton. Everton, one of the high flyers in the league at the minute, so I reckon they're going to come away with the 3 points. Dominic Calvert-Lewin to score a couple. James Rodriguez will be involved as well. Let's go for an Everton 3-0 win.
Now, Sunday's 2 o'clock kickoff comes from Bramall Lane, a very, very, very poor Sheffield United side. Host West Ham, who, like I said earlier, got lucky against Fulham in their last match. They rode their luck a little bit. Do I think the same will happen here? No. Do I think they'll come away with the 3 points once again? Yes. 2-1 away win to the Irons. Cannot see Sheffield United picking up their first win of the season.
Sheffield United against West Ham United. I think Sheffield United will get back to winning ways. Obviously West Ham, you know, they've had a few decent results so far this season as well. It's going to be a tough one, but hopefully Sheffield United could come through. Ollie McBurney to score. 1-0 to the Blades.
Now, this is where it will get interesting for you lot, especially the Leeds and Arsenal fan, because guess what? It's Leeds versus Arsenal at Ellen Road, and let's just say I'm not too confident going into this one. I am not looking forward to it. Patrick Bamford, Rodrigo, Mateus Klitsch. There are a few names I can name that could seriously hurt us on Sunday. Do I think they're going to hurt us on Sunday? Yes. I think it's going to be a 2-1 Leeds victory. I'll say no more. Arsenal will crumble and Leeds will win 2-1.
Leeds United against Arsenal. I think there's only going to be one winner in this one, unfortunately, and that's going to have to be Leeds for me, I'm afraid. I mean, Arsenal haven't had, you know, they've been up and down so far this Premier League season. Obviously, big win against Manchester United a couple of weeks ago in the Premier League. However, Leeds have surprised some teams so far this year. Almost beat Manchester City. Nearly did the same to Liverpool. We'll go for a Leeds 3-2 win.
Now, this is also arguably the best game of the weekend coming from Anfield. It's a top of the table clash. Second versus first. Liverpool have practically their whole team out through injury. Do I think it's going to stop them from coming away with the win? Yes. Do I think they'll lose it? No. I honestly cannot remember the last time they lost a home Premier League game at Anfield. This is going to be the game of the weekend. 3-3 draw. Jamie Vardy, James Maddison, Cengiz Under, Harvey Barnes, Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, all stars on show. It's going to be a brilliant game. Although Liverpool are without Salah and their whole first team back four, it's going to be a 3-3 draw.
Liverpool against Leicester. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised by this result, but Leicester are a very, very good side, as are the Premier League champions, but they are carrying an awful lot of injuries, so we're going to go for a Leicester win, 3-1 to the City.
Monday now, as always, well, pretty much every weekend, has a double header, one at 5:30, one at 8 o'clock. The 5:30 kickoff, let's be real lads, isn't the most exciting. Burnley versus Crystal Palace. I'm backing the Eagles to come away with a very, very nice 2-0 away win. Michy Batshuayi and Wilfried Zaha to get the goals for Roy Hodgson's boys.
Monday night sees Burnley welcome the Eagles, Crystal Palace. And I reckon that one is probably going to be one of the most boring results of the weekend, unfortunately. Looks like, to me, it's going to be a 0-0 draw.
Final game of the weekend, Monday's 8 o'clock kickoff, is at Molineux. Two sides flying high in the Premier League this year. Wolves versus Southampton. Nuno Espirito Santo versus one of my favourite managers in the Prem, Ralph Hasenhüttl. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Romain Saiz for Wolves and James Ward-Prowse for Southampton. Tom, for the final time, let's hear your prediction.
And then the final game of the weekend. Wolves welcome Southampton. That's a horrible word for me to say, but anyway, they do. And if I had to pick, I've said this before, but if I had to pick a second team to support, if I had to pick a Premier League team, it would be Wolves. So for that very reason, we're going to go for a Wolves 3-0 win.
And there we have it, lads. That is the end of today's Premier League Game Week 9 predictions. If you have enjoyed it, you already know what to do. Subscribe and like this video for more of this type of content. Comment your Premier League predictions down below in the comments. I want to hear what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, lads, in a bit. Bye-bye. See ya. Up the Arsenal. Will we get something at Leeds on Sunday? No. Goodbye.